What's up with it? This is Cindy Clarity. I'm here to provide peace, love, light, and healing. And I got energy of the collective in which, like, you making people feel bad, like, for trying to stop your success, for trying to stop your forward movement. It's like, they're saying, people want you to do good, but not better than them. Well, these people didn't want you to do good at all, collective. That's what I really, really get. It's like, you have them feeling bad because they see your drive, they see your determination, they see your willingness to prevail, right? And how regardless of whatever it is that you go through, you keep on moving forward. And it's like, who are we to try to stop the collective in this energy? Why are we trying to take from them instead of support and uplift them? You got people really looking in the mirror. And I'm getting the energy too, like, people just did not want to see themselves through you. Like, whenever you were doing something they weren't doing, they saw that. And that's why they wanted to stop you. It's like, okay, if I'm not doing this, why are you doing this? And then another thing I get is like, people wanted you to go through what they went through. Family, friends, people in close proximity to you. They was like, okay, well, they felt as if their life was like a rite of passage. You have to go through me to get to success. And they feel bad now that they looking at, like, you just keep pushing through. They intentionally set certain situations up for you and you got through and you still moving forward. So you got somebody feeling bad. You got a couple people feeling bad that had a hand in trying to delay your success. That's the energy that I get. Like, people wanted you to be broken down, depressed. And now they looking back like, damn, the collective happy. Why did I want them to feel like this? Right? Just because I felt depressed at that age, or because I went through that similar thing. I wasn't able to get through it all the way. I'm still working through it when they're really not doing the work. The collective, why did I want them to feel how I felt? You really got people second guessing themselves, their intentions and their motives for you. But I'm getting this because you're nurturing your soul. It's like a lot of the things that you do, collective, you got very heavy, detail oriented eyes watching you. And it's like you're nurturing your soul. You're living for you. You're being the parent that you didn't get. You're being the lover that you didn't get. You're being the friend that you didn't get. And people are seeing that. It's like, damn, am I just a lesson for the collective to learn so that they can get to their blessings? Through each lesson is a blessing, and people are starting to feel like instead of being your blessing like they should and could have been, they are actually the lesson, and they don't really want to own up to that. That's the energy that I get. Like, collective, you are just growing on so many levels, and that is what your priority is. Like, you're taking the time to nurture yourself, and again, using the wisdom that you've obtained through the situations that you went through, and you're focusing on the positive energy. And somebody's like, damn, why I didn't do that? Why couldn't do that? And again, I'm getting that you're like really a heavy mirror effect. Come through, spirit. You got people feeling real bad though. You got people feeling bad. Like, damn, why did I have this intention for the collective? Like, people are starting to see that they were operating out of their ego when dealing with you. You know what I mean? Like, they allow for their ego to take control over them. And they see that you are operating out of your higher self, out of a higher vibration. It's like, okay, I don't want to be like this. And then too, you got people feeling bad because it's like they wanted you to look up to them. And I'm getting it, they weren't really much to look up to. It's like people, you got people feeling like you're doing things in spite of them. Like, you want to be the opposite of them. That's how you got people feel. That's why you making people, like, I'm not going to say you making people feel bad, but they're feeling bad and they're reflecting on the way that they treated you because of your drive, because of your forward movement. And it's like, they don't want to admit, but it's like at this point, they really cannot help it because it's like, again, those detail oriented eyes that are watching you, it's like they cannot help but to. You feel me? Even though, like, whatever it is that you are doing, it's making people feel negatively about themselves. So it's kind of like forcing some type of awakening onto them. But they don't really want to accept what they've done. They want to make excuses. I'm getting they made you the scapegoat. Um, I will cultivate mindfulness every day so my vibration rises to a spiritual awakening. And people weren't doing this. Like they weren't being mindful in the way that they treated you. They were operating out of their feelings and their emotions when dealing with you. It's like you're doing this and it makes me feel like this, so I think that you should stop it. And if you're not going to stop it, I'm going to make you stop because you're making me feel like I'm not doing enough, right? And these are people again operating out of their ego. They had a competitive spirit towards you, collective. It's like it's not my fault that like you are not doing something and I want to do something. That's what where your mind was at with it. But they felt as if you're doing something just to make me look bad. You're just doing this because you know I'm not doing it and you know that I'm gonna feel some type of way about it. And I'm getting that that's not your energy at all. You know? But yeah, people are feeling bad because they like, why did I put this narrative on this person? Like, why did I think that they were just so negative? Because people are remembering like how with this reflective energy, right? With this forced awakening that they're going through. It's like they're remembering how you made them feel when you guys were just like kicking it or just chilling and it wasn't like you know what I'm saying? It's like you make them feel real good about themselves. You were encouraging, you were inspiring, you were talking them up. Like if they had an idea that they came to you with, you were all about it. But then they're looking at how they did you. And when you had an idea, they did not support you, right? So it's like you made them feel good and they remember that and they want you back around. That's another reason they feel bad. It's like if collective was trying to make me feel less than why do I want them back around? They're asking themselves certain questions. It's like you got somebody conflicted within themselves. You got somebody feeling like, damn, I want collective around, but I treated them this way. But they made me treat them like this because they were trying to do this to me. And then they're going a little deeper within, to try to understand their feelings and how they were operating out of their ego. And it's like, okay, if they were making me feel this way, why do I want them back around? Like a lot of conflicting energies is coming out. It's like you made somebody happy, but then when they were around you, you kind of made them feel bad. You made them happy and mad at the same time because it's like, well, why are you doing this and I'm not doing this? Why do you get to have this and I don't get to have this? And then too, they saw with that determination and drive that I was speaking towards earlier. It's like they saw that you were so willing to just stay happy in the situation, whatever situation that you were in. Again, these are people that didn't properly nurture you, so you had to figure out how to nurture yourself on your own. And it's like being that you were happy, you were like, okay, I'm determined to be happy. They felt it was okay to do certain things to you until you finally pulled a plug. Like, look, I can't be happy around you. I got to get away from you. I keep on trying to be happy, and you are just like really putting a hindrance on this. So I gotta get away from this situation. And then too, collective, like people were looking at you as if like you needed them to help you out of a certain type of situation. Like you needed them to save you. And when you pulled away, you saved yourself, and they see that about you. And so that's another reason why you got people feeling bad and you got them reflecting, and they try to paint you out to be a villain though. And they're looking at it like from your perspective now is what I get. It's like the fact that you're not like fighting for a narrative, like I meant this, I was trying to do it like this, and you just went away and you just start doing it. They see your point of view now. When you were in their face trying to argue your case, they were not able to understand your perspective that way. But when you got away and you're like, you know what, I don't care, think whatever you want. That's when they started to see that the villain that they pegged you out to be was them. You feel me? That's the energy. But yeah, you got people feeling real bad. I'm getting a hidden smile. It's a lot of people that really are proud of you. But just because of the way that they treated you and the way that you guys' relationship ended up, they really don't want to tell you how they feel. I'm getting that they don't know what your reaction is going to be. They want that happy that you had previously. But again, so much time has passed. So many things has happened and they don't know where you are. Like where you guys stand with each other is the energy that I get. But it's a lot of things that somebody wants to tell you that they just can't find the words to say. They feel like they were being so ridiculous with your energy and they don't want to admit to that. Again, this is a force awakening, but it's slowly but surely with it. Collective, I'm getting that you understand that because you had to go through your awakening and you were up and down and how you felt about them until you came to terms with like people are sometimes just stuck in their ways, right? They know they're wrong, but they don't want to admit it. So I'm not going to like force myself to be around that type of individual. If I'm wrong, I can admit that I'm wrong. If they're wrong, they're not admitting it. So I just cannot be in that energy is what I get, but I'm getting that, like, when you left, you became so insurmountably abundant that some people are just really, that's another reason why people are feeling bad. It's like, again, they felt like you needed to they needed or I'm sorry, you needed them to save you. And then when you were doing fine on your own, they started feeling bad. Like, damn, we collective didn't need us the whole time. You got them feeling bad.